Hello, everybody, and welcome to our training today on the Ready, Set, Grow show with Hillary. And today I'm talking about something that some people either think it's a subset of social media, or some people think it's the overarching thing about social media and what you actually need to do before you even start posting on social media. And you're probably wondering, what is she talking about? Well, I'm talking about branding. And particularly what is incorporated in your personal brand. Hi, I'm Hillary, the marketing mom. I'm glad you're able to join me today. Now, in this training, I'm talking about what you include in your personal brand. But that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that you need to do on social media. But personal branding, and we've got many personal brands out there, you recognize and you could recognize a brand based on certain elements. Now, when it's your personal brand, this is you, we're talking about you, who you are. And branding, especially in the 21st century, is more about who you are than necessarily what you do or what you sell, right? That's not your brand, it's who you are. And a lot of people ask, well, what do I need to put in that, right? And you've heard me on this show and on many of my other training videos talk about a lot of things that represent my brand. The first is mom. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. And I'm very proud of that because that's a part of who I am. And it actually speaks to certain elements that we're going to talk about, all right, into what incorporates your brand. You know, sometimes I talk about I put on my engineering hat. Well, that's also part of my personal brand. So some of the things that you want to consider, the first thing is education. All right, your background, your education, what have you studied? And all of those things come into your personal brand because they add value to you and to what you have to offer to others. So as an engineer, I don't put down the engineer because I'm now doing marketing, digital marketing, social media, advertising, all of those things. No, I don't put that down because that is a part of me. And it's a really strong part of me because very often it's the engineer in me that really creates the systems and the tools and the processes for social media. All right. And then we talk about your passions. Okay. So the next thing that incorporates your personal brand, you've got your education. And sometimes you may think, okay, well, that usually goes on your resume. Well, you see, just based on the type of videos that I put out, I always talk about, well, I put on my engineering brain. All right. So that many people, they're like, oh, she's an engineer. Shouldn't she be working on an oil rig or something like that? No. All right. Because I'm also a mom, right? And what I'm passionate about is motherhood. And I'm passionate about moms being able to be home, right? So your personal brand marries many things. First, your education and then your passions. The other thing it marries is your goals. One of my goals is to see as many moms be able to work from home and raise their kids. Why? Because I'm passionate about motherhood. I firmly believe that society could be a better place if mothers were allowed to be home to raise our children properly and not have to be pulled and drawn apart from being mother and being a corporate woman or being something else. You can work from home and raise your children to be responsible, loyal, productive members of society and not in this give me, give me, give me, myself, and I society that we find ourselves in today. Okay. Mothers were taken away from that very important role. And that is something that not only am I passionate about, it's a goal of mine. Okay. Your brand also includes past successes. Okay. So have you ever gotten a recommendation? You get recommendations based on what you've done in the past. Nobody's going to recommend you if they didn't think that you were a success. All right. So your brand and what you do and offer to the world is a direct relation to what you've done in the past, which is why on a previous training, I've always talked about be careful what you put on social media because that's in your past and it may not be a success. All right. Your experience speaks to your past success as well. So you want to weave past success and experience because all of that is a part of your personal brand. And even your experiences, for example, my personal brand has evolved over the last 10 years, right? And that's experience. That's you building on experience. Your personality traits. Some people are quirky, some people, and me, I consider myself mellow. All right. Your values, and I kind of touched on this inside of the passions, but sometimes your passion shows what your values are. My values are centered around family and traditional family at that, father, mother, children. All right. And those are my values. And that is a part of your personal brand. Whether somebody's values are different to yours, that is their personal brand. And you will attract people who are centered around similar values, if not the same values. And values also roll into beliefs, okay? Into your beliefs as mother, right? Many women don't agree. And I even come from a background, an educational background, where the woman should be independent and you don't need a man in your life and all of these sort of things. Well, all that does is break down society in the long run, as we have seen. Okay. When a mother could live up to her full potential of being a wife and a mother, you see a wonderful society starting to blossom. And when we pull those roles apart, and those are my values, those are my beliefs, so that pours into my personal brand. Okay. What motivates you? What motivates you? What gets you up in the morning? What makes you hit that alarm clock and jumps out of the bed? That's a part of your personal brand. And then what do you want to achieve? Very, very much related to your goals. All right. But what do you want to achieve? Right? Where do you want to go? How do you want to see your life? All right. That vision for your life, that is also, and it comes out, it radiates in your personal brand. Now, when people think of brand, they think of colors, text, images, fonts, right? You think of all of that. But a personal brand is you. It's who you are through and through. And these are just certain elements that go into it: your education, your passion, your goals, your successes, your experience, your values, your beliefs, what you stand for, what you don't stand for. And whether or not people follow you based on that is absolutely up to them. But your brand has to be consistently you, because a brand isn't, it's pink today and it's purple tomorrow, or it's black today and it's orange tomorrow. You change by experience and you grow by experience, but there's certain things that are fundamentally you. You can't change the past, but you could incorporate the good of your past into your personal brand. All right. So I hope this training today has been beneficial to you. If you found value, please share. Tag a friend, tag someone who's struggling with, how do I put my personal brand together? All right. And we'll see you in the next training. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and share.